All right. Hello, everybody. Brandy Martin here. This is 888 Tora-Reader. We're going to go ahead and start today with a live reading. I'm just now finishing the setup. So we're going to go ahead and begin. All right. So let's see here, guys. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. Go to my channel. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right, there it goes. It clicked over. All right, guys. So when you guys message, I'll be able to see your messages. So let me go ahead and turn this down. All right. So now you guys can message and I can see all of your comments. So let me go ahead and cleanse my hands, and we're going to start with the Torah. Let me cleanse my hands here. All right. Grab our oil as well. Okay. And then I'm also going to burn our Palo Santo. So let me go ahead and put this out. All right, and we'll just grab the cards just to see what, ooh, looks like, oh, wow, guys, there's a lot of divine in here. Looks like spirits are entering. All right, so let's go ahead. Okay, just so my smoke detectors don't go off, I'm going to put this over here. All right, so let's go ahead and start. I see, glad to see you again. New beginnings, 38. Could I get overall reading today? Yes, sir, you may. All right, let's start. This is a deck called Love and Courage. So we're going to use this deck today. And then we're also going to clarify. Let's see what comes out. Oh, looks like that box wasn't very clear. Alright, so there we go. We're going to go ahead and start. Okay, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. All right, so let's go ahead and start with this reading. So guys, today as I was dropping my kids off to school, I found an office chair, guys, and I've been needing to get one. All I've had is that wooden chair, so I've been needing to get an office chair to make this readings a lot easier. And so I actually came across one today, and I didn't even have to pay for it or nothing. So I'm very thankful to God for that and appreciative. Thank the universe, because exactly what I was asking for is what came in. So I feel like for you guys, There could be something that you're asking the universe or the mastermind or God, you know, for, or that you've been manifesting, and I feel like it's about to just fall in your lap. All right, so let's see. One, looks like there's some blocks here. I see somebody else is on. Yeah, I love when that happens. Yes, that is awesome. I was like, wow, I've been needing to get one, and I was going to go and buy one, and then I just found one. So that's pretty cool, guys. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. I see Sunkissed is here as well. Glad to see you on here. I believe you came on before, so I'm very thankful to have you on again. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this deck. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, you got an extra card. Ooh, how many cards is this? 3. Okay, so you have 3 extra cards. We will save these 3 for the last part of the reading. These are messages from your spirit guides. Could be messages from your ancestors, the divine. Okay, we have the sun. There's happiness. Could be something birthing. We have the Emperor. You're standing right now in your power. Looks like you was happy in the past. And now it looks like you're wanting forgiveness or mercy for something. All right, and then we have the Queen of Wands. So there's a blow up. So let's go ahead. Oh, wow. Yeah, sometimes kids are so appreciative and thankful of certain things that we are. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and clarify the answers for the cards laid out on the table. Call upon the Lord God of heaven, Lord God Almighty, Lord Jesus Christ, all the angels of heaven, 11 disciples, please come help and assist, please, with this reading. Get some answers, please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we have here the High Priestess. So there's a wisdom. You learned some wisdom in the past from someone. Maybe in the past you had a lot of wisdom over a lot of things that was going on in the past, and you stood in your power and your intuition as well. Let's see here. This is, let's see, guys. This deck is kind of complicated to read. It's a new deck. I believe this is the swords. Yes, this should be the swords. Wait, let's see. Okay, this is the swords. These are actually the wands. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wands. So we have the 5 of wands here. This is here in the present. Is a fight, a conflict, a battle of some sort. When it comes to, wow, your power, you taking back your power. This could be also speaking of controlling. This could also be like speaking of a father figure, a grandfather. You could be a father. And this is in the present too as well. So it looks like you're trying to take back your power, your life, right? And here we have the Cups, and this is the Ace of Cups. So it looks like someone wants to come in and offer you a cup of love is what this looks like. And then we have Secrets at the bottom of the deck. So let me go ahead and show you what these cards look like. This is from the Hush deck. It's a very beautiful deck. And then we have the Ace of Cups. All right, so we will clarify each card. Let's get a little bit more. So we have one card for our Sun card, our past, present, and future. Let's grab a little bit more. Let's dive a little bit more into this. Can I get, oh, let's see how many. Ooh, that was 5. All right, can we get another card for the Sun card? Thank you. We got another one. Night. Okay, so there was a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, a lot of stuff going on in the past, and it was rushing in towards you. Yes, this is the Knight of Swords. And it looks like it was coming in towards you. You could have been learning something. Maybe someone was teaching you something. This could also be speaking of travel while learning, but it looks like there was a lot of happiness as well. Let's see. Can I get another card for the present? Another card for the present. Please and thank you. Ooh, okay, so this is, oh, the 5 of Swords. So it looks like this is where you're in battle. And it looks like the people you were battling, they basically surrendered to you when it came to battling. We have 2 5s here. So we have the 5 of Wands, which is a conflict. Okay, so whatever this argument, conflict, whoever these people or person is that you were battling, you were taking control of the situation. You were in your power. You were in your authority, leadership role. And they basically surrendered to you. So it looks like you won whatever fight or argument this was. They basically surrendered to you and walked away. We have the 2 of Cups. So it could have been somebody you were with. Could be a romantic partner. Here in the present is what this looks like. All right, can we get another card for the past? Can we get another card for the past? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Whoa, okay. Thank you. This is 6. 6 of Swords. So this is moving on to calmer waters. The grass is not always greener on the other side. And if you pay attention to that card, the white deck, it shows a man, right, in the boat traveling towards, you know, the new beginnings, new opportunities, right? Things waiting on the other side and leaving things in the past, right? But if you pay attention to the inside of the boat, it looks like there is a woman inside the boat. Let me show you that card. And which is baggage, basically. So you're moving on, but you're only carrying what you need with you. So this gives me the feel of like knowledge, your power, mercy, your it looks like forgiveness. Maybe you're forgiving certain people. Maybe it's these people or person, like romantic partner that you had a conflict with, right? Maybe there's some things that have happened that you're actually letting go of now. You're forgiving of those things to better your life. So let me show you this card I was speaking of. That way you know I'm just not saying that. And if you look beside this, this looks like he's taken a woman with him and a child. There could be a message in that could be meant for you. If you pay attention to this card, though, this is the Hush deck. It looks like there's like fish in the bottom here. right? So as you're traveling, there's things surrounding you. This boat has been ripped apart. So this is giving me the feeling as if you're trying to move forward and things are falling apart. So whatever you wanted to take with you is actually behind you, if this makes sense. So to me, it's like a feeling of being stuck. You're trying to move forward, but you can't because you only have half a boat here. Now, usually when this card comes out like this, it means you're stuck, right? But this deck happens to be a little bit different. There's parts of, different cards in here that looks a little bit twisted, right? If you look at this one, there's snakes there. Now, snakes represents enemies. Maybe there's some people that is around your person who could be enemies. They may be deceitful. They may be lying to the person that your person is with. Let's see, this is a wheat field. So wheat represents prosperity, money, right? Success, stability. And we have here the Ace of Cups. It looks, and the bird is like stuck in this skull, right? So it looks like a cry for help. So it could be that your person could be in the future coming to you for help, maybe asking you to help them in a tight situation. And it could have to do with love. It could have to do with money or some kind of offer. So let's just dive a little bit deeper into these cards here. So we have the High Priestess. Now, like I said before, and I think it was in my last reading or the reading before, the High Priestess, biblically, right, is the same High Priestess that offered Jesus up to Pilate, right? And the High Priestess offered him up so that the blood wouldn't be on their hands. So here in the past, it gives me a feeling like, a biblical side of, this past for you, is like somebody who was offering you up for something. And it could be travel. And it's almost like they didn't want the blood on their hands. They didn't want God to punish them. So instead, they handed him to someone else who would basically be disciplined by God in case they're wrong, right? So the high priestess handed Jesus over, right, to Pilate. So this is somebody who you felt handed you over to someone when you were actually innocent. Because biblically, Jesus was innocent, but yet the high priestess handed him over because he thought he was a blasphemer. He thought he was an occultist. He thought he was evil, right? Or that he was speaking things that they couldn't understand, right? So this is somebody who really doesn't understand you. Somebody who's not listening to what you say, but yet you have a lot of wisdom, but they're just not hearing you. And this is someone who could possibly offer you up to someone else to take responsibility of what they don't want to take responsibility of, like charging you for something, or, like Jesus being hung on a cross, right? But they are also the high priestess, if you pay attention, to the Bible, and go back and read it. The high priestess is also them, and the scribes, right? And the people that were out there at the time are the ones that, screamed, crucify him. It was by their word he was placed on the cross and died, right? So Pilate washed his hands of it, but even though you wash your hands, you still can't wash the blood off your hands. You still killed Christ. But You know, they were all guilty at that time, but that's why Jesus was there, to die for all manner of flesh, right? So this gives me the feeling of like somebody who's like setting you up and handing you over to somebody else to take charge, to, you know, discipline you, or get you caught in something, even though you're innocent. Whatever this is, you were innocent of this, and you had a greater knowledge than what they could understand. Basically, it's kind of like speaking in parables, and you're saying one thing but they can't understand it, but it's something that is so simple that even the simple minded can understand it, right? Let's see. Then we have here, so this high priestess, let's go back here, is Cancer. In your feelings, you have intuition. You're seeing something before it happens, right? And then we have here the Knight of Swords. So diving deeper into this, we have Aquarius. So this is a mental activity, right? So this is something that was mentally on your mind, right? And this could have to do with travel and something about somebody offering you up. Maybe during travel. Big changes, opportunities, seize the moment. So it's now or never. Now is the time. Something had to be done when it comes to wisdom, right? So maybe you saw through someone or something, basically. Seize the moment, jump in, arrival and departure. So during that time, when they handed him over to Pilate, right, there was a departure, because he says, send him to Herod. So King Herod calls him a crazy man, and what happened was he ended up being sent back to Pilate and being crucified, right? Let's see, arrival, departure, assertive, direct, honest. So you were actually being honest at this time. Very talkative, impatient, impulsive, intellectual, daring, and rebellious. There could have been some rebellious here. When it maybe is something to do with travel, and maybe you didn't want to, but somebody handed you over to do something, maybe to go somewhere for them, travel for them. You didn't want to. And there's something here about the Sun card as well. This is a Leo. You may be a Leo, you may be dealing with a Leo. This is positivity. So there, whatever this was that went on, and somebody trying to offer you up, or people trying to offer you up, right? You remained positive through this whole outcome. Through the whole situation, you were positive. This is freedom. So you, instead of being hung on the cross or being sent to prison or whatever, you know, could have went down, instead of that, you were actually free. What freed you of that was this Sun card being here. So whatever this was that happened, you were set free. So you were innocent. And instead of being persecuted, you got freedom of whatever this was. Fun, success, optimism. So vitality, joy, confidence, self-expansion, good luck, exhaustion, happiness. I said exhaustion. Enthusiasm, truth. So you were speaking your truth, and this clarifies it here because this card's about truth as well. Happiness, openness, could be something about a pregnancy. Doesn't have to be. So then we have here the Five of Wands. All right, is about Leo. So this is Leo, and this is conflict. So this is conflict, fighting, arguments, rows, disagreements, struggle, opposition, battles, aggression, temper, clashing, personality, Let's see, egos, strikes, chaos, unrulingness, being defensive and territorial. So an emperor is territorial. So this is giving me more of a feeling of territorial. So you were trying to guard or protect something or someone. Could be romantic partner, because that's exactly what was at the bottom. We had the Two of Cups. The card that's at the bottom now, after shuffling and getting all the cards out, we have the Empress. So it looks like you were trying to protect someone you loved. And this is here in the present, because this is the past, right? So this is something that has happened. It could have been like as a text or a call, or maybe you were caught up in something when it had to do with this female. Let's see. Let's go ahead and look at this Five of Swords. This is Aquarius. So defeat, surrender, change, walking away. So instead of arguing and battling this person that you love, you chose the other route. I'm going to walk away. So it could have been as something like the person arguing or trying to start a fight, but you chose to walk away. And it looks like this person may have apologized, because we do have judgment there, wanting forgiveness. This is mercy. And then we also have judgment for you in the future. So there will be something about this where you also apologize to this female, right, about something that had happened. We have a love offer, right? And then we also have something about travel, new beginnings, right? Grass is not always greener on the other side. Maybe this is something about, maybe your person said something to you about maybe you need to see other people, or maybe you just need to move on. And instead, you're like, I have to move on. She's telling me to move on, but I don't want to. So that's why there would be a broken boat. Maybe because you don't feel like moving on. And this is communication. So this is giving me, again, a feeling of like maybe this female said something about you moving forward, but the boat is broken, which means you didn't want to. You're on the side that's full, but the other side is like ripped apart. So there's no way to get to the other side without drowning, basically. Let's see here. We have self-sacrifice, self-sabotaging. You could be self-sabotaging yourself. Maybe this person's trying to get you caught up in an argument or a fight, and it's just a self-sabotaging. So just remain in your power, lack of communication, aggression, bullying. You could be being bullied by certain individuals. Maybe that has to do with a female, right? Let's go ahead and read this Ace of Cups now. Let's go a little bit deeper into this Ace of Cups. So this is about outpouring. This is love. This is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. New beginnings, new relationships, new romance, love, happiness, joy, conception, fertility, pregnancy, celebration, socializing. So this is emotions, okay? This is in your feelings about something. And this looks like forgiveness. Now, either this person's going to want, some sort of forgiveness for sending you out there towards the new beginnings, or grass is not always greener on the other side. Maybe this person said, look, you need to move on and go towards, calmer waters. Maybe this person's going to ask for forgiveness for sending you out there like that, because they could still be wanting you. There's the King of Cups right under this. And this is the Empress, right? So this is showing me that you love this person. And right underneath this King of Cups is a King of Pentacles. Now, one of these kings is you, and one is the person that they're with. But she's only going to choose one person, but she's going to ask someone for forgiveness. And since you have judgment here, she also has judgment. Looks like you guys are going to be coming to some sort of communication where you guys are forgiving each other and having mercy on certain things that you've said or done to each other. Let's go ahead and read the Six of Swords. Hold on, guys. They're getting really loud in there. Let me see if I can calm them down. Hold on.
Oh, you're on the phone thing.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were about to
He said, we're not being loud. I'm like, I can hear you all the way in here. All right, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so I see, let's see. New Beginnings. Is this? Yes, this is your reading. New Beginnings 38. Real Life 86. Can you tell me where my life is heading if the person I want to be with is the right one? Real Life 86. I will read your reading as soon as I'm done with New Beginnings 38. All right, so let's go ahead and read about the Six of Swords. All right. Yeah, so this is calmer waters, healing, progress. Okay, so you are healing. And this is also speaking of moving on. So it looks like you're trying to move on, but you still have feelings for this person. So you try to move on, but you're only moving on halfway, which tells me you really don't want to. You're actually stuck on the side of the boat that hasn't left yet. And the other part, half of the boat has already left. So there's a part of you that wants to just get up and go, but the other part is still basically in love with the person. You still feel back there with the person. You're still on the other side of the waters instead of the side of moving on. So you're halfway there, but you're not completely there yet, is the vibe I'm getting. Things calming down, calm after the storm. So this is a calm after the storm because we have the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, correct? So this is a calm after the storm here in the future. This is overcoming hardship, relief, stability, escaping, running away, journeying. So you feel like running away. You feel like escaping. Half of you just wants to get up and go, escape, run away. But the other part says, I can't. Well, at this time, I can't. So let's go ahead. Let's see. And read. Let's just grab some other cards, okay? So we got the most of this right here. So let's go ahead. All right, so you know what? I'm going to help you out a lot more than that. So whenever you see these wands here, they represent a certain time frame. I don't know if you know this. So let's just start here with the Knight. Knight of Swords. Let's see. Let's find our Knights. Knights. Knight of Swords represents, it's undecided. So when it comes to this past, it's undecided. And it's basically, something you're working on. It's up to you. The time frame is up to you. It's something you're working on. So let's move on here to the present, where we have the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. The Wands came out first, so this represents 5 days. Oh, I said 5 days, sorry. 5 weeks. This is 5 weeks and undecided. So in 5 weeks, there's something about your power. There's something about a conflict. And this is 5 weeks, within 5 weeks. And that's for here in the present. Okay, so this could have been 5 weeks ago. This could be within 5 weeks. There's something that had happened in this time frame, right? All right, so then let's go ahead and move on to the cups. And we have judgment. So let's see, cups. So this is 1 day. 1 day, and this is in the future. And we have the Six of Swords. The timing is up to you. Yeah, that is day. So let's go ahead. Let's pull these cards. I'm being called to grab the healing cards. Give me a second. I'll grab those. Now what I did is I did order some decks. And what I did was I had certain decks where I felt led to put 2 decks together or 3 decks together. So that's what this deck is. So it's going to be these Healing Eye Oracle cards. And the other deck is Zen Wisdom Oracle cards, okay? So let's see what's on the bottom. You are not alone in your struggle, is what this card says. All right, so let's see what's going on. And don't forget, you have 3 extra message cards there, too. All right. What are the messages? What are some answers that you have for the Sun card, the Emperor, and this Judgment card here, past, present, future? Can you show us, please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. All right. All right, so 1, 2, 3. What are the messages for the past? What are the messages you have for the past? For new beginnings, 38. That's way too many. Looks like there was a lot going on in the past, considering how many cards want to come out at one time. What are the messages? Thank you. In case you guys didn't know, I have a rule. I don't take more than 3 cards. So this is majestic peaks, climb towards the sky, steadfast in your upward path, reach for distant goals, aim high, endure, and prevail. You will prevail when it comes to the past, and you will also endure. This is patient bloom. Tend your inner space. Beauty grows with care and love. Harvest joy, peace, care, nurture, blossom. So there's parts of your past that you have learned to find healing from, okay? Let's see. Rhythmic pulse is here on the bottom. This says, rhythm in your soul, echoes of life, a steady beat, march to your own tune, heartfelt, create, express. So can you give us some answers? Thank you. For the present. Okay. One of these cards came in the reverse. Your mistakes do not define your worth. So there are some parts of your mistakes that do that do define your worth. So maybe there were some certain mistakes you made that you felt like were mistakes, and they weren't really a mistake. It actually defined your worth, if that makes sense. You are not alone on your struggle. Wow, that's the same card that was out that I first read before this started. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. So that is here in the present. What do you have for the future? That's way too many. So it looks like in the future there's going to be a lot more going on than what was going on in the past or even the present. Considering how many cards came out, let's go ahead and at least grab one or two more cards. Let's see what comes out. What else? Okay, how many is this? Way too many. Okay, can you give me another card? One or two messages, please and thank you. Oh, okay, that works. Thank you. This is Connect Worlds. All right, so this says bridge between two sides, steady steps bring you across, unite what's apart, build crossing and unity. So there could be right now the boat is split in half, but there could be a coming back together. Whoa, okay, so two halves make a whole, right? So to me, with this card right here that's coming out, bridge between two worlds, you're on one side, she's on the other, right? The person you're asking about. And there's going to be a coming back together here in the future is what it looks like. So half of that boat is representing your person. That's why there's a broken boat here. Could be unity, you and your person, right? In unity. But coming back together, either to communicate or maybe to apologize to each other. Maybe to get forgiveness. Even if it's not relationship, it could be coming back together as making amends or friendship or communication. But there is an Ace of Cups here, which is giving me love offer. Maybe there's going to be a new beginning, a fresh start with you and this person. That could be what's going on. Because there's a bridge between two sides. There's also two sides to every story, right? So when I do the reading on you, this is what comes out. So if she were here and I were doing a reading on her cards would say something totally different than what your cards are saying, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see. There's a vast view. Being able to see something at the full picture instead of seeing half of the picture. See what I was just saying just now, and now this card comes out. And this is like seeing half of the story, right? So this says, see beyond the now, high above the world you stand. Perspective brings peace, clarity, the big picture, and open. Let's see what's under it. Your past does not define your future. Wow. Breathe deeply and let go of what no longer serves you. Take one step at a time. Progress is still progress. Your story is still being written. Keep going. Your feelings are valid and it's okay to feel. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some angel cards. Let's grab these. You know what? You had the wisdom, the high priestess cards, so I'm going to grab those. What are the messages? What are the messages for the past, present, and the future? And just so you know, you can come, you can get a reading, but feelings change every day. So you and your person's feelings change every day, right? So one day you may want to be with this person, the next day you may not. Or, you know, every day you could want to be with this person. But feelings do change. So sometimes when you go and get a reading and then you go back and you get another reading, it's because feelings change. That's why sometimes the cards will not always read the same thing. They might still be in line with some of the same stuff that has been going on, but feelings change. Things happen too in our life, and new people enter our life. So, you know, readings change all the time, right? Because feelings change. We have new energies that come in. We have old energies who leave, and sometimes those old energies come back into our life. So, readings change all the time, just like feelings, right? So one day you might get a love reading, the next time you might get something totally different. That's because feelings change, just so you're aware of that. 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. So what messages do you have for the past? Thank you. All right. This says focus. I can choose what I want to focus on. As you work on your goals, recognize you need to take a step back and really focus on what you are trying to accomplish, whether you are starting a new goal or already in the midst of it. The angels are urging you to have good organization and lots of preparation in place. And on the bottom, leadership. This is your emperor. My positive attitude influences others. The angels remind you that you have the ability to accomplish anything and everything that you set your mind to in this life. It is critical for you to be able to discover this special gift and use it to help others in need. All right. What messages do you have for the present? Okay, thank you. Commitment. Wow, here in the present is commitment. Let's see. This gives me a feeling of like healing commitment. My thoughts, action, words, and deeds support my commitment. The angels ask you to evaluate your commitments to others carefully as you enter this new phase. Get rid of anything that weighs down your spirit. This could mean leaving draining jobs, commitments, or habits behind. We have self-care. This says, I love taking the time to understand my needs. The angels want you to remember that although dedication and hard work are crucial, you also need to pace yourself. Otherwise, you could stretch yourself too thin and burn out. That could be bad for your pursuit. All right. What? Ooh, thank you. Anxiety. Here in the future, a bit of anxiety, stress, worry, unable to sleep, restless nights. I inhale peace and exhale worry. The angels come to comfort you and remind you that you're not alone and that assistance is accessible to you if you need it. Take it as a message that you need to make some time for yourself to unwind and concentrate on self-care. Let go of what you cannot change. Whoa, that card just slipped from my hand, so that's giving me the feeling again of letting go, right? Of things that are out of your hands. We have healing at the bottom of the deck. My body is deserving of love, comfort, and rest. The angels are telling you that despite being mentally and physically drained. You have the strength to overcome this. Keep moving forward, and the universe will shower you with love and healing energy soon. All right, so your messages are the Four of Cups. This is a missed opportunity, and you're only choosing one. So nothing else looks good, right? And you're only going to choose that which, you are wanting. But you feel like something is a missed opportunity. So there's, you know, a lot of offers coming in, but you're only choosing one. And this looks like something to do with uh, gonna have to just wait and talk to me later. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups. So this looks like um, work. So you're working on something, maybe working on this missed opportunity, really focusing on this, and this is stability as well. So it looks like right now you're going to be really busy with something, and you're going to have your mind focused on, several different things that are coming in. But there's only one main focus that you're really focused on. It looks like something to do with this missed opportunity. So you're focusing a lot on this person. This is the seven of Pentacles. So let's dive deeper into this. Okay, so this is longing. So you're really longing for working towards this missed opportunity, right? So you're meditating, you're really focused on this. You put the work in to this, and you feel like it's now a missed opportunity, right? Um, so, you planted the seeds, you watered it, they grew. So there's a lot of love and compassion, a lot of things that you have poured your heart into when it comes to this person. Um, let's dive deeper though. So we have the Four of Cups, that is Cancer. So you're in your feelings about this person. Regret, refusing offers. So you're still in regret when it comes to the past. And you're refusing anything new. You really don't want anything new. You just want this past. Missed opportunities, stagnation. So something around you is dying away, right? Stagnation. So something's dying away. Maybe certain feelings are dying away, right? Apathy, delusion, focusing on the negative. Okay, again, so when you focus on the negative, what happens is, yes, things die away, right? So parts of you is dying away where you just don't care anymore, right? So if you release this negativity and just stay positive, then you're going to have a positive outcome. But when we keep our mind focused on the negative, then all that's going to be entering into our life is negative things, right? So positive attracts positive, negative attracts negative. So, if you remain negative, but you still want this person to come back, this person ain't going to come back because your mind is everything, where your person does come back or something better comes into your life. Let's see, we have self absorption, depression, boredom, nostalgia, and remorse. So you're really missing this person. We have the Eight of Pentacles, is just after the longing card, which the longing card is right here. So this is Virgo and Leo. new job, self-employment, building, business, trade, reputation, craftsmanship, quality, master, expertise, hard work, commitment. So this could be working towards the commitment, but you're still in regret. You're in depression. You're still thinking negative thoughts, right? Hard work, commitment, dedication. So your dedication right now is what you're focusing on is this missed opportunity. And success. So you are successful, a very successful person. So let's go ahead and do this 7 of Pentacles, which is Taurus. This is things coming to friction. Hard work paying off. So you're going to be putting a lot of hard work into all of these things that you're doing, right? And when it comes to work, you may have different trade jobs, like several different jobs that you're working on at one time, several things that you're doing, and they're going to pay off. This is rewards, profits, result, payouts, manifestation of ideas or goals. So this could be things that you're thinking, pondering on. Maybe you're having a lot of like inventions or things you're coming up with, very creative. And you've not thought whether or not you should put them out, or you've been working towards to put them out, and maybe these jobs or whatever these things are that maybe you have some regret of not putting these jobs or things that your ideas out there. Maybe this is a sign from your spirit guides and ancestors, the things you've been holding back on and focusing on other things. Maybe you need to stop focusing on those other things and put these ideas out there. That's really what I feel like this message is like you're working hard and there's a lot of ideas that's been popping up in your mind, or something creative, things that you're basically just holding on to, but you still regret not putting them out there. And nothing really looks good. Any offers that are coming in just doesn't look good right now. And that the reason those offers that are coming in doesn't look good is because you have your own offers, your own ideas. You've just not put them out there yet. Maybe you didn't know if it's time or not to put those ideas out there. Well, the spirits are telling you now's the time. So you might, consider, putting those things out there now. All right, so this is the end of your reading, and we have Real Life 86. You are very welcome. Thank you. The reading seemed accurate of how I'm feeling. Do you ever do that for the person you were last with? I don't really do readings on myself. I could do that on a reading of the person I was last with, but I would rather that energy stay where that energy is for now, and just focus on y'all's readings. But I hope you like your reading, and I hope you do come back and you enjoy these readings. So thank you again for coming on. Thank you for allowing me to do a reading for you today. So we have here Real Life 86. And if you haven't hit like, share, or subscribe, you might want to go ahead and do that. So next time I come on, you will see me on here. All right, so Real Life 86, you said, can you tell me where my life is heading if the person I want to be with is on the right, is the right one? Let's see, the person I want to be with is the right one. Okay, so let's just get some messages. Let's see here, what deck are we going to use? I know. This deck here. All right. So we have Real Life 86. This is called the New Moon Tarot. So this is the box. This is what the cards look like. They're really pretty, shiny cards. All right, so what are the messages for Real Life 86? They want to know, Real Life 86 wants to know if the person they are, let's see, with is the right one. Right? What messages do you have for Real Life 86? We're just going to do the past, present, future. Let's see. Okay, something's trying to speak. So, let's see here. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, there's a block. Now, anytime I get blocks, I start over because I'm being stopped, right, because of a block. I like to push through those blocks. So this is 3. No blocks. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. So let's see here. 2 of Wands. So there's like several decisions. You have several things going on. This could be with travel, because usually the wands, you know, represent our travel, right? This could also be passion, desire. This could be anger. This is like your mind is focused on one thing, but then, you know, the back of your mind is focused on something else. But you have your back towards one, but your mind is focused on one thing only. And that's what you have your hand on, right? Let's cut the deck. We have 6 of Pentacles. Now, this card here, biblically, is speaking of, now right underneath this card, we had the 7 of Pentacles, which is, you know, the longing card, right? Your mind, you have a lot of ideas, certain things that are on your mind. It could be that there's other individuals who are on your mind right now. So you may be with this certain person, but there's either someone else on your mind or other individuals. And this card here is usually biblically, it is adultery or fornication. So, and that's here in the present. So let's see what's on the bottom page of Wands. Yes, this is immaturity, as someone who's very sexy, attractive, right? And could be thinking of other people sexually, is what this looks like. Okay, so let's grab another deck to clarify. We got the Knight of Wands. Yes, this is all about passion, sexuality, yeah, and thinking of more than just one person, basically. There could be somebody else on your mind, or there could be other people on your mind. Let's see here. Let's grab, how about that deck? I called to grab the other deck and it's on the bottom. Give me a second. Okay, we have, the reading seemed accurate. How I'm feeling. Okay, yep. Okay. see here. Now you're asking if the person you're with is the right one. Now this could be speaking like you have other people, individual on your mind, right? Now, if you honestly, and only you know this, if you honestly don't have anyone else in mind, then, you know, a reason you could be asking is because either, there's two here, either your mind is on others, or if your mind's not on others, then maybe your deep conscious is feeling like your person's mind is focused elsewhere. So there's two ways that this reading could go. Now, either you have other individuals on your mind or your person does. So I read the cards as they are, and I'm not going to lie. I will tell you the truth. I tell you what I see. And honestly, somebody's mind is not in the right place. So it does look like either you or your person is thinking elsewhere. All right. So, and honestly, if you or your person, one of y'all's mind's not in the right place, then this may not be the right person. Honestly. Doesn't mean they might not be in the future, because, you know, feelings change. Readings change as feelings change, right? So you could come back another time. It could be totally different, or it could be the same, or it could be worse, or it could be better. Let's see. Just don't shoot the messenger. Okay, so let's see why these cards are here. Now, forgive me, these cards here that I'm about to shuffle are new and they're very slippery. It's almost like trying to shuffle water. Okay, what are the answers? What are the answers for these cards here laid out? Oh, you got an extra message. We'll read that one at the end of the reading. All right. What are the messages? Call upon the Lord God of heaven, Lord God Almighty, Lord God of heaven and earth, Lord Jesus Christ, all the angels of heaven, the 11 disciples, please come help and assist with this. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. 1, 2, 3. Gold, let's see, black and gold could be significant because the deck that I grabbed here was black and gold. So I was about to grab the red deck, but I was corrected by my spirit guides and ancestors to grab this black and gold deck, which is a totally different deck. Both of these decks happen to be black and gold. All right, so we have the Empress on the bottom. So someone is definitely the one. Something just fell in my lap. So we're going to put this card here. These other ones fell on the top here. But it's 4. So I won't take those because I don't take more than 3. Can you give us a message for the past? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. How many is this? This is toxicity. And this happens to be 3 cards. Okay, so this is the past. So there's certain things that has happened in the past with this relationship. There was a victory, wow, over the toxicity. So there was something going on. Somebody could have either cheated or their mind wasn't in the right place, maybe. And there's a female here. So this is giving me like, this could have been the female Queen of Wands, right, is a very sexy, attractive woman, had victory over temptation. Maybe she was tempted to cheat. Now, she could have cheated. She may not have. This is also obsession. Maybe she could, because this card does sometimes speak of an obsession. So it could be that she's obsessed with and feels passionately connected to two. Maybe there's more than one person on her mind. Now, she's either cheated or she hasn't, but it does look like there was something about a temptation where she felt tempted to do something, but she had to make a choice. And either it's that she chose to stay, or where she chose to stay, sometimes you could choose one thing, but then you change your mind and you go back, right? And you want what you've had before. So let's just hope that maybe that's not what it is, but it does look like a victory over toxicity, over obsession, over all of these things that were going on. So we have the Two of Wands. Let's dive deeper into this. Okay, this is Aries. This is two paths, two decisions. Yes, so she was stuck in the middle of two decisions. Planning, grass is always greener on the other side. Immigration, suddenly leaving one to go to the next. So it's like she left one to go to someone else. So maybe she was in a relationship with someone else and chose to go towards you. Maybe it's that the person she was with before was toxic and she chose to leave that toxic relationship in the past and chose to be with you. That's what this looks like, honestly. Like she was with somebody else before. They could have been abusive. They could have been very negative, but she could either was tempted and got with somebody, or was tempted to cheat, or that she was with somebody who was toxic in the past. It could be both. Only you would know that. Let's see here. Two paths. Planning. Grass is not always greener on the other side. Immigration. Suddenly leaving. Deciding to stay or go. So that's what looks like what was going on in the past. She couldn't decide whether she wanted to stay or go, right? Either she was thinking about staying or going, like staying with you or leaving for somebody else. Or she was with somebody else and couldn't decide whether she was going to stay or leave and be with somebody else. Let's see. Waiting. Anticipation, restless, and detachment. So she felt detached from one but close to the other, if that makes sense. We have the Queen of Wands. This is Leo and Cancer. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is Leo. A lot of Leo energy. Yeah, a lot of Leo energy. Okay, so then we have the Six of Pentacles. Let's clarify. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow. Confirmation. So, Knight of Wands. And we have Knight of Wands again at the bottom of this. And the Queen of Wands is right underneath the Knight of Wands. So two very attractive men. Okay, so we have a Knight of Wands here on the top. There's two men involved. A Knight of Wands. Let's see, where's it at? Where's that Knight? Right here. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. Right underneath the Queen of Wands. Yes, she was in the middle of making a choice between two men. Because we have, let's see, the Queen right here. There's a Knight right here, Knight of Wands. And then a King of Wands. So she couldn't, at that time, it was hard for her to decide, is she going to leave the knight and come towards the king, or is she going to leave the king and come towards the knight? But right underneath this King of Wands is a Knight of Pentacles. Underneath this Knight of Pentacles is a Queen of Pentacles. There is a relationship. So I don't know if one of y'all were married before. Looks like somebody was married. There was money involved in one. And let me see here. King and then two knights. Man, this almost gives me a feel like two relationships here. Or somebody was married. It looks like there was a married couple involved. So I don't know if one of y'all had done something with a married couple. I don't know. Let's just keep going. We have the Knight of Wands here. See what else comes out. Let's see why it says this. Let me see why this is here. So we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this couple was saving money for legal matters, saving money to get a divorce. Eight of Pentacles, yeah, they wanted more money. So maybe they wanted to divorce so that they could get more money or something. Nine of Wands. And responsibilities. Okay, so this couple didn't want responsibilities anymore. They were tired of trying to protect everything, right? And I guess, one of these couples, looks like, let me see here, who either it was the king or it was the queen, either the female or the masculine. But somebody chose to save for a divorce. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Yeah, one of them chose. Looks like the queen chose to go towards someone else, and the king chose to file for divorce. So the masculine chose to file for divorce because the queen's eyes went somewhere else, is what this looks like to me. Okay, can you give us another card? Thank you. That was fast. I have a Knight of Cups. There's two men here. Now, these are not men who have grown up yet. This could be two teenagers. So somebody could have committed adultery or fornication or slept with somebody and ended up having two children. This could be twins or two boys that are now teenagers. Could be. Oh, there's family on the bottom, a family card. So there is family here. Let's see. Ooh, okay. And there's three. Let's see, and manifestation. Now, either you want to have children with your person, or maybe your person wants to have children with you, or somewhere here in the past, somebody's had children. And this is about adultery, fornication, the Six of Pentacles. Let's dive deeper into this. Let's get the whole gist of this. Okay, this is Taurus, Cancer. Also, if you pay attention to this card here, it usually shows a man feeding the homeless, the needy, right? This is taking and giving. So somebody was taking in either fornication or adultery, and somebody like giving to others instead of pouring it into your husband or your boyfriend, basically. Or this could be like as something like feeding the homeless, or feeding those who are less fortunate, beggars, right? Or this could be helping out in charity, giving back, something about giving back, right? But also the man standing here, and there's these Six of Pentacles around him, and he also has this balance in his hand, which is justice. So for me, again, as like somebody filed for divorce because somebody wasn't true, right? So here it is again. To me, this is balance, the justice, the scales represents Libra. Taurus is holding the scales in Taurus's hand. So this card also not only represents Taurus, but Libra too. Okay, and then we have the Magician on the bottom. So this is manifesting something. And this is here in the future, so now there's 3 involved. Or this is 3 teenagers, or 3 children. Let's see here. 3 of Wands. Could be third party situation. Somebody could be caught up in a third party situation. We have Leo and Aries. Travel, moving abroad, foreign lands. So going somewhere you haven't been before. So there could be a lot of travel. There is a lot of travel because you have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. This is all about travel. Travel when it comes to fornication or adultery, or giving and taking, and like sexual acts, or giving and taking when it comes to helping, or maybe people taking advantage of you. Either you're giving and helping, or other people are taking advantage of you, and you having to travel towards all these people. Or a lot of people are traveling towards you for something. All right, so foresight, forward planning, moving forward, self-confidence, self-belief, freedom, happy with your choices, outcome, hard work is paying off. So this could be something that's maybe on your mind, that this person is doing this. I see no king here, honestly. I see no king. And this is manifesting something and travel. There's travel here again. And it looks like you're actually feeling like you're blocking yourself from this person. That is like you need to protect yourself from this person. Maybe you feel like this person's cheated. Like, yeah, we have an ending here. Like you feel like this person's not being loyal to you. We have the Ten of Swords. This is almost there, but feeling defeated, collapsed, you're exhausted, and you're at the breaking point where you feel like this person has stabbed you in the back several times. Maybe you heard from people, because this is communication. Maybe you've heard from people that your person was seeing multiple people or other people, or maybe a married couple. This is a loss, grief, sorrow. Maybe you've had sleepless nights where you cried about it. And this is the past here. So you've known this person for quite some time. You know what? Let's just go ahead and see why this card is here. I'm curious to this future. Why is the Page of Wands here? Okay, so somebody's hitting a glow up. See, again, this is a female. On the bottom, third party situation. You may be in the middle of a third party situation. Yeah, you may be cutting this person off for your happiness. Just for you to be happy again. Yeah, you're going to have a job opportunity come in. A lot of success, though. Probably when you cut this person off. You're going to have an Ace of Pentacles come in. Let me see. Put these back where they were. Okay. Why did I turn them that way? Let me see. There's also going to be a message come in to you about a job offer. There could be several people who come forward to you. They want to offer you a job. But it looks like you're only going to take one. All right, can you give us another card? At least two. Give us 2 cards for this Knight of Wands. Give us another card for this Knight of Wands. At least 1 or 2. Well, give us 2. Give us 2 messages, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Oh, that is way too many. These cards are so slippery. Give us 2, please. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups. So it looks like you still have love for this person. But you have a lot of intuition. So you see things before they happen. And I think, honestly, you've foreseen something. Maybe you heard some individuals talking, or maybe you just felt some of your passion that you had. Maybe that passion turned to anger, or maybe restless-like. You were having restless feelings, but you didn't know why. And it could be, something about a forever enemy. This card here, 7 of Swords, is like a forever enemy. This is an enemy masquerading as a friend. I said that backwards. A friend masquerading as an enemy. That is what this card right here means. A friend masquerading as an enemy. They come in to get information to take it back to other people or other individuals or another person or the higher up. This is anxiety, stress, sleepless nights. This is a lot of burdens, a lot of things to carry. It looks like there's parts of this person's mind that might be delusional. This is the delusional card, right? You could be having nightmares about this. Let's grab another card. Let's just see what comes out. Maybe you've had like nightmares and sleepless nights about somebody else offering to your person a love offer. We have the High Priestess as well that was on the bottom after this Ace of Cups came out. The High Priestess was on the bottom. That honestly is like someone who's offering someone up for something, hoping that the person they're offering the person up to they feel like they get basically justice, right? The blood's not on their hands. Somebody else can take the fault for this person dying, or I'm going to offer this person up so I don't have to deal with the person. I don't want the blood on my hands. I'd rather the blood be on somebody else's hands. So the person you offer this person up to, so that this person could be killed or go to prison, or honestly, the people, what they chose was that Jesus be crucified. So they offered him up to Pilate. Pilate has him sent to Herod. Herod calls him delusional. He's just a dreamer. He's just a crazy man. So he's sent back to Pilate, and then the Jews spoke for him to be crucified, right? For him to be killed. They didn't want to deal with him. So then Pilate hangs him on the cross, but also washes his hands. So this is something here in the future where you're going to feel like somebody has offered you up, or your person up, could be you up, to almost at the end of your rope, basically. You feel like it's the end. You feel like this is the ending. That this person wasn't loyal. Maybe that's how you feel, like the person you're with may end up stabbing you in the back or being untruthful. And maybe taking an offer from someone else. Let's see. Let's get another card. Can we get another card? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Oh, way too many. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of stuff going on that's not even being talked about. There could have been some things that were done in the dark. Some things that you're not aware of that has went on that you don't know about. Maybe people are talking about it and you're going to be the last to hear about it or something. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is in the reverse. Okay, so instead of a surrender, the people are not going to surrender to you. Whoever these people are, it could be this person is not going to surrender. Maybe you're going to want an offer, love offer, still with this person. But there's something about not surrendering. Somebody's not going to surrender. The only one that's here is this Knight of Wands. So this Knight of Wands could be you coming in with a love offer, or this could be a new beginning for your person. Your person decides to take this new beginning with somebody else. Not surrendering, walking away, feeling defeated, basically. So instead, you're the one that's going to feel defeated by love. You're going to feel defeated by love. Yeah, is what this looks like. And this person you're asking about could be a forever enemy. This is somebody who is a friend who's masquerading as an enemy, masquerading as a friend. They'll come in, they'll get close to you, they'll tell you they love you, they'll say they're your best friend. But this person causes you a whole lot of anxiety, stress, worry over this love relationship. And this is a forever enemy. So this is somebody you're going to have to watch your back on. This is lying, cheating, thievery. So this person looks like, even here in the future, is lying and cheating. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say it as it is. And when it comes to love, it looks like you're going to be moving on and leaving this behind, moving on to calmer waters, taking a leap towards what you want. You want a family. And that's what it looks like you're going to be doing. Let's see here. Let's grab another deck. Let's grab this deck. Let's see what comes out. Now, this deck here is two different decks. Let me see here. So what I did is there's several decks that I decided which decks I was going to put together. So there was a lot of decks that I was going through. And what I did is I doubled up. On some of the decks, I put 2 of them together, or I would put 3 decks together. So this is one of the decks that I put together. So let's just see what comes out. What are the messages for the collective? Okay, yes, I know what this is. Okay, so 3, 1. Let's see what's on the bottom. Golden Wisp, showing your fragile genius, having a subtle glow, finding joy and lightness, gentle beauty, stronger than you think, keep hope alive. All right, so let's see here. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. So on the bottom we have a silent raven. So there is some secrets. Somebody's not talking about something. Somebody's keeping something a secret. They're keeping it quiet. That's crazy because when I first started, the first reading I did, I grabbed the Hush Tarot, which somebody is confirmation. Somebody is keeping something hush. A secret, quiet. They're not speaking of something they've done. Gifts soar on quiet wings. So somebody may have came in and told you something. If not, somebody may be getting ready to come in and communicate something with you. This is rides the stillness of flight, unlikely messengers walking the shadows. So somebody has done something in secret. They're still walking around. They have things that they should be telling you and they're not. Instead, they're keeping these things a secret. But you may have somebody who comes in. They may actually fly in to tell you something. Or they may travel to you to tell you something. What are the messages for the past? Okay, how many is this? This is 4. Cannot take those unless it's 3. 1 to 3 cards, please, for the past. Thank you. How many? We have 2. We have stomach and teeth. So this says, assimilation, breakdown, gut feeling. Oh my gosh. So there's something in your gut that's telling you this person's cheating. This is a gut feeling. Satisfaction, powerhouse, and fulfilling. So something's not fulfilling your gut. You feel like this person's not fulfilling your gut, and you keep getting these gut feelings and they hurt. They're very painful. And you almost want to bite down, right? Bite down on something. Defense, health, maturing, loss, renewal, status, identity, biting back. So maybe you want to bite back. Your gut is telling you something and you actually want to bite back about it now. You may want to speak about it. Veiled clarity. Yeah, you saw this veiled clarity in your mind. You foreseen something. Exposing secrets. You're exposing secrets. Wisdom comes in disguise, shining light on the shadows, blind to the truth, searching your heart, and blind to the truth. Wow. So you had the clarity in your mind, but you chose to cover it up because you wanted to believe this person. Let's go ahead. Let's see what card comes out. Give us another card. Give us Another card. Thank you. Timeless flicker. Beauty in fleeting moments. Truth comes in brief giant, glints, balancing dark and light. Nothing lasts forever. What you give, you keep. Okay, and here on the bottom, we have toes, could be significant. Balance, stability, progress, sensitivity. So you're very sensitive when it comes to this. Connection, vulnerability, and details. Okay, so pay attention to the detail. Thank you. We already got a card for the present. Folding lotus. Beauty in endings. Wow. Letting stillness nurture your growth. Chapter closes to start anew. Pause between breaths. Quietly unfold inward. Bright eclipse is at the bottom. Not dimming your light, okay with setting in the dark, knowing the sun will come out. The universe has your back. You are never alone. All right, can you give us another? Thank you. Okay. This says cracked wheels. Embracing imperfections in the journey, trusting cracks to reveal alternative paths, fractured momentum, worn out mechanisms. And we have here at the bottom, the brain. Higher consciousness, knowledge, critical nature, thinking clearly, and duality. Let's grab another message. Thank you. You actually got 2 this time, so we'll take them. Okay, we have vibrant void. Potential in the emptiness. Fullness in the silence. Playing with the stillness, feeling lost, being lost, finding meaning anyway. Dual nature, and let me show you this card here. Embracing inner contracts, balancing opposing forces, accepting both sides of self, strength and duality, harmony despite conflict. Wow. And we have here muscles. Strength, force, fitness, exercise, discipline, shield, throwing weight around. You may need to exercise to take your mind off a lot of this stuff that's going on, just to remain healthy. You may take care of your teeth and listen to your gut as well. Pay attention where you go, because somebody is an enemy, and it looks like this person may be an enemy. So be careful where you walk. Or if this person asks you to go somewhere, I would be careful. We have here lips. So 3 cards came out. Lips. We have your kidneys. So you may be pay attention to what people say to you or what you say to people. Also, check your kidneys. Make sure they're okay, and as well as your eyes. You may end up seeing something. You may end up hearing somebody talk about something. You may hear something about somebody's kidneys, or somebody went somewhere they shouldn't have went. Something about somebody's teeth, or even their stomach. Okay, we have here lips. Sensual kiss, whispers, sweet talk, beauty, secrets, silence, message, clarity. So it's almost like a whisper. Somebody may whisper something, you may hear it, or somebody may tell you something. Excuse me. Whew. Maybe your spirit guides are trying to tell you something. Filters, toxins, sorting. So this is a cleansing. You may need to cleanse your body and also cleanse your life. Maybe, I hope that's not what's happening. But sometimes, you know, with these toxins, people can feed you things to try to kill you. And they could put stuff in your food to try to destroy your body, to break you down. Maybe some people do this stuff for money, right? For, oh, what do you call that? A beneficiary, right? To try to get some kind of money because the person passed away or something. Filter toxins, sorting, sustaining, sacrifice, insight, and moral judgment. So you're having some insight about something somebody said or something that's going on. We have I. Focus, clarity, prophecy. You've foreseen this. Awareness, good luck, vigilance, intuitive insight. You've seen it like an open door. You could have had dreams about this as well. Here on the bottom, echoing amber. Taking a lot of heat. Attracted like a moth to a flame. Rest before getting burned out. What you do matters. You can inspire others. Harmonic rift is right under that. Embrace diversity. Find harmony in discord. All the fragments come together. Things seem to fall apart before falling into place. Right underneath this is tongue. Expression, truth, taste, speech. And we have pelvis at the bottom. Birth, creativity, sexuality, passage, feeling safe, balanced, and fluid. Here on the top is skin, boundaries, distinction, and empathy, fragility, touch, and shedding, and growth. So something needs to die away. Something needs to shed in order for you to transform. Maybe this is going to help you transform into the person you're meant to be. We have a frozen flame here in the middle. Keep passion alive. Warm welcome instead of the cold shoulder. Afraid to progress, running from change, and savoring the moment. And we're going to go ahead and read the messages. After we grab angel cards. Let's get the angel cards first. Okay. Let's see. Now, everybody knows when I do the angel cards, the readings are over. Okay, so you still have two messaging. Let's see what you said. I want to be with them. I'm not with them then. And they are single. They are single. Okay. So this could be that this person had somebody in the past. Maybe they were married or with another relationship. And maybe this person did this on them, or they did this to this person. There's several ways that this reading could go. And it could be that they are single now, so maybe that's why it could be showing that they are like this. All I know is that this is not showing a very positive reading when it comes to, now feelings do change. So I don't know when it comes to this person's feelings. I'm not really around that person. So, you know, there's several different ways this could go. And I do know that with this devil card here, and you're feeling defeated, so maybe this person chooses either someone else, or they could possibly choose you, but either way, it looks like they could have somebody else in mind. All right, so let me see. Let me get something. You wanted to know if this person is the one you should be with. So let's do this a different way. Okay, you need yes or no. Okay, so we have Two of Wands. So let's just lay this out. We have Two of Wands is a maybe. We have the Six of Pentacles. I believe that's a no. That's actually a yes. Okay, because this card does speak about wisdom. Even though it speaks about adultery, when you look towards the biblical side, right? This is a Knight of Wands. This might be a yes. Yes, the Knight of Wands is a yes. Okay, and then we have these cards here. You know, the Devil card is a no. So let's see what they say. Is yes. Let's see, is a no. And then we have a yes with the six, with the Victory card, the Six of Wands. Yes. And then we have the Queen of Wands is a yes. And then, then again, it all depends on what these two cards say here, because these are the ones that came out by your spirit guides and ancestors, and we have no idea what those cards are. So, let's see. Three of Wands is a yes. Okay, then we need our Knight. Let's see. He's over here. This Knight came out twice. Is a yes. And then our Knight of Cups is a yes. And then we have Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is yes. So there are several yes cards. Let's see. Five of Swords is a no, which is actually a yes because it's in the reverse. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Now, is a yes. Okay, so there are several yeses, so it does look like there's a good chance that this could be the person. We have King of Pentacles. This is also the sex card here. So a lot of passion, a lot of desire, right? And it looks like the King of Pentacles wants to offer this. And this looks like two yes cards to me, is what the spirits say. Let's see. This is yes, and Ace of Wands. Yes, this is yes. So it looks like if you're have an outpouring of passion for this person, and you want to know if this person is the person, it very well could be the person. But also, then again, we did have the Seven of Swords come out. So I would just say, pay attention to those gut feelings. So if you have a gut feeling like you end up with this person, and then you start having gut feelings like this person's messing around, or their mind is on somebody else. So before you decide to get with the person, watch this person's actions. Watch how they, talk to other people of the opposite sex, the same sex as you. And just make sure they're not trying to come in a negative way as to get information, take it back to someone else, or to lie, cheat, and steal. So you might want to be aware of that, because that could be a warning to watch for that. Could be something that's in this person's nature. Whenever you meet somebody, they're not going to come out and tell you, hey, I like to lie, cheat, and steal. No. they're going to come in a loving manner and then end up breaking you later, right? So just make sure that this person's coming in sincerely, because there is a lot of cards here that say yes, but also be aware that the devil card did come out, which is toxicity, which could be from a past relationship. It could be from the person that they were with before. Or it could be that this person has multiple people on their mind. And the reason they could have multiple people on their mind is because they're single. And then again, the Seven of Swords did come out. The adultery card, it came out. So just keep your intuition on the highest level right now. Pray about it. And also, watch for those signs as well. All right, so let's see. 3, let's see what these angel cards have to say. 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, what are the messages for the past? Give me a card, just one card for the past. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. One card for the past. Woo! Thank you. And this is in the reverse. Adaptability. 765. You are flexible and capable of facing changes. Trust in your strength and navigate any challenges that arise. That was in the reverse. Here on the bottom. Progression. 1, 2, 3, 123. This is you're experiencing forward movement and sequel unfolding of events. Trust the natural flow of life and take steps towards your goals with confidence. So present card. It's the present. Thank you. You have actually 2 that came out, so we'll go ahead and take them. This is starting over. This is 210. You could be seeing signs and synchronicities of these numbers. You're presented with opportunity for a fresh start and new beginnings. Release regrets and embrace the present moment with openness and optimism. Abundance at 888. Financial abundance and success are on the horizon. Stay focused and disciplined. Here on the bottom is reassurance. 747. Trust your intuition. Make practical decisions that align with your higher purpose. Your guardian angels are acknowledging your efforts. So the future, thank you. We have reflection. 987. Look inward and evaluate your actions. Embrace introspection and self-reflection for your own development. We have here on the bottom, divine guidance. You're being guided, which is 000. You're receiving guidance, protection from the universe. Trust in the divine and plan for your life. And we'll take one more card, is balance. 222. So even though you do have a forever enemy on your back, and it could end up being this person, you are still protected by the divine. So whatever choice you make, you're still got the protection from the divine, and it's just telling you to trust in the divine and plan for your life. Also, you are being protected from the universe. So what I would also want to let you know is, like, whatever you decide, when you're out in nature, pay attention to the birds, the animals, how they react. So if you go watch how children act around this person, watch how the animals react towards this person. Those could be signs, synchronicities of something you may be looking for in someone, may not be. And trust your instincts. Watch how other people react around this person, or how this person reacts around other individuals. All right, so let's see, balance. Maintain harmony and balance in your life to manifest your desires. All right, so let's see what you said. They are single. All right, so this is the end of this reading, and I'm going to go ahead and close off today. So if you liked this reading, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. And again, I'll be on in the morning. So if you hit the like, share, and subscribe button, anytime I come on, I'll be able to do a reading for you. You will see when I'm on. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for allowing me to do these readings for you, for the good vibes. And again, if there's a certain reading that, you know, you'd rather have another reading, you can always come back on. I can do another reading. Feelings do change. People's feelings do change. People come in, people come out of our life. So again, you can always come back and ask for another reading. And sometimes the cards will say some of the same stuff that it said before. Sometimes it could give you a different reading. But just so you know, your readings do come out accurately, because the way that I do my readings is I make sure my cards are in order. So, you know, back then, all they had was the scrolls, right? So the Jews were being beheaded, right? If they were found with the Torah in their hand, they were beheaded. Their heads were cut off by the Greeks and the Romans. So they went in hiding, and the only thing they could do is take the Torah and put it in a deck of playing cards, right? So that they could read the Torah. So you take the Bible and you read the Bible, you apply it to your daily life. This is basically, when you put these cards in order, it denotes the name Yahweh, God in order. So when I go and read for multiple of people, and I don't ever put the cards back in order, but I read that way every day, every day, every day, for billions, millions of people, right? People who come on and watch this reading, and my cards are never in order. What happens is you're getting every single one of those people's energies mixed into this, which is going to result in the readings being, you know, a lot would be negative, and the readings wouldn't come out correctly. So when you put them in order, everybody gets a fresh, brand new reading, because there's order in the way we do things in life. There's order in the court. There's order when it comes to, you know, the spelling of Yahweh's name, which should be in order, right? So when we go and we cut the deck and we're shuffling the cards, his name gets all mixed up for our purpose of our reading. So when we put it back together, it's in order again. So you wouldn't just take the Bible, rip the pages out, and shuffle them to see what comes out for people, but not put them back in order, right? If that makes sense. So that's giving you a little bit of example of the way that I do these readings. So every time you come on here, you're going to get a fresh reading, okay? And the cards will be in order. So if you would like to have a reading again at another time, you can always come on when I'm live, and I will do a reading for you if I have time. Sometimes I get a lot of people coming on, sometimes not so many people. So sometimes it could be 2 or 3 people, and then other times I could have several people lined up and wanting a reading. So again, guys, bless you all. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you for like, shares, subscribes. And again, I send you out with love and light. And I want to thank you guys so much. Have a good day. Love you guys. Bye.